Session number 1, Design to Machine.
Okay, we will start now with Imos Cad Cam. The first part will be the article designer. This module allows us to create new articles. We are always working in a 3D environment, and hereby we can change the lengths, widths and depths. These can be configured all the time with new sizes. After this, the cube is changing the dimension according to my new input, and I'm able to configure this article. I start first with a C connection, and then I'm going to have also a toe kick involved in with an insert base. I take to the left and right side panel, and next also to the bottom and top shelf. After this, I'm going to divide this article into two sections. The lower section is fixed, the top section is adjustable. I just take into the lower zone, take to the back panel, and then also I'm going to divide this lower zone into two sections with a vertical partition, left and right section. I'm going to have here two drawers involved in, same to the right side. 1 to 1 means both drawers has the same dimension. The top zone is also going to get a division. Here I'm going to have a middle section and top section. I'm also have here a fixed shelf involved in, and then I'm going to have here back panel, and the same for the top one. If I'm finished with my article, I'm giving a name over here. In this case, I call it the element 25. Save it as an article, put it into my environment, and now the article is beginning to build up again. I can see my connectors. I'm also going to change my edges in front. Here I can add different options. So from linear, I change the contour to a curve contour. Same I'm going to have with the second shelf. And in this way, I have also these options here finished. Next, we can see also here the drawers. Here I have a typical headish drawer, or grass drawer, I think. If I'm not really know what is it, I can tick on this connection scan here, and the connection scan give me the option to see all the hardware which is available, as well as which hardware is involved in this cabinet. Here I have the drawers, for example. I tick to the left lower drawer. I'm choosing here Plum as a drawer supply. I tick to this plum, and in this case it's only give me the options for those connectors which are available for this typical section. I am choosing the handle, and now the new drawer is coming up from company Plum in this example. Next is I go to the different options to show this in a realistic style. I always have the option to look around how this looks like and how this works. And now I'm going to have also a second article. Again, start the article designer, changing the sizes, and I'm going to have a right and left side article now for my TV unit. Here I change it to 400 millimeters in the width. I'm going to have only here a right side panel and some shelves. Because of I called it a C connection, the connectors to the main unit comes automatically. Here's the C connection, and I save this article under new name. I call it element 26. save it, and now it comes in to my CAD environment. It builds up, and automatically the connection here will be supplied to all the panels. Next is the C connection is refreshing all the articles and all the elements, and here we can see also that the connectors automatically apply from the right side. Now I'm going to have also a left side article. Again, I'm going to have different sizes, 500, 2200 in the height, 600 depths, and I'm going to have 2 boxes available with some doors. So I tick to the left side panel. I make a linear division. In this case, I just divide it into 5 zones. The first one is flexible, second one is fixed by 400, then a flexible one, another one for 400 millimeter, and then I have here 5 zones. I'm going to have here a back panel and top shelf and bottom shelf plus a door. And exactly this configuration can be copied automatically to the lower section. So I'm just going above here, copy it, and paste it over here. And now the same configuration has been placed to this second zone. Save it under the new name, call it elements 27. And now I'm just drop it into the Imos CAD environment, and automatically it applies also here the connection to the main unit. I can change it to a realistic view. If this is done, I have different options to just have a look how this unit works. I can have an animation here and look how the doors are opening. Same I can do with the drawers, and here also we can see the different connectors or the different drawers from different companies. The low one is a grass one with glasses, and the top one comes from Blum, where we did the changes last time. So the opening is a different one here. Also there is an article nameplate with Blum on it. So here we have different articles as well as different drilling pictures for the main article. I also can do here the output for this article. I'm giving a name, call it TV unit. I'm asking for the CNC files, calculation of this article, as well as the single part drawings and barcodes. In this case, I'm asking for a QR code. And last but not least, I'm also going to have a rendering available after getting the production information. We are now saving this article. The first is the CAM center comes up and asks me for what kind of machines I like to have my CNC files. Here are different options from Biesse, HOMAG, SCM, IMA, AES. All those are available. I'm choosing now here HOMAG machine. And here we can see the processing of the CNC files. It is now creating for each panel a CNC file plus the labels. If this is done, we will get also the single part drawings done by the documentation. Now the document manager opens and it creates now all the documentation for production. Last but not least, we can do also rendering. Therefore, we can just apply some decoration, TV, some flowers, books, and so on. And then the rendering comes up and we will have here a rendering available which lasts maximum 1 minute for this kind of configuration. Quite fast. So in the bottom right corner we can see the timer is running. And after a minute we should be finished with a picture which we can use for at least some quotations in the documentation later on. We can see the progress. We have 4 levels of rendering, and after level 5 we will finish it and we will save it to the same folder where our production dates are involved in. Finish now, and now we will save this picture. Next, as we open our organizer, we go to the order manager, and here we have now the TV unit order, and we can see also here the information of this typical unit. We have 3 articles involved in. We can see the cost per item. We can add on here the commission number, just make the date as commission number, for example, customer names, typical series numbers, colors, whatever we want. I'm always going to have here customer name and also the processor, so the sales or designer's name. We will load up the rendering picture as an image, and then we will save it. And then we have on the left button our order information, prices, client number, and so on. Next is we are going to change the customer name, save it again. We can see the calculation principles. Here also we have the option to change the profit and the discounts we like to give to the client. Therefore, the principles can be changed part-wise, or we have also different calculation principles available. We do a new calculation, and after this we have the new prices in our organizer. Here's now the new price calculation with VAT taxes as well as with our profits. So we can see exactly the cost of production, we can see our trade discounts, and we can see our profits. Next is we're going to have the reports available. We start, of course, with the documentation with the barcodes. The next is we ask for a quotation with an image. We will ask for the part dimensions, quantity survey. We ask for the cutting list for the typical purchase parts, loading list, and so on. Then Imos is going to create those information from the database. The first one is, of course, the barcode. Here we can see the QR codes for each panel. We can go through, and then we will have for each panel a label with the position number, with sizes, and here, for example, with the machine CNC data, we have here the sizes before and after edge bending. We can see the edge bending information on each corner, on each side. Then also we will see here the grain direction and also the barcode number, which is the same like the CNC file number. If I open this 1002 from the database and scan the barcode, it automatically opens this CNC number or the CNC file which belongs to this label. I click on it, I open the barcode, and the barcode leads me to the CNC file, and automatically it will open the machine software. In this case we have chosen a Hallmark machine. By the same time, then it opens the wood warp solution from the CNC machine. Here is the folder with all the CNC files. There's Hallmark folder, and now I have to look for the same barcode number 1002, and then it comes up on the machine side. Here we have the same panel with all those drawings, with the drilling information, with the grooving information. We can see in the left top corner the CNC barcode number. We have here all the drilling information, all the steps. If I'm going to open the same with a drawing, we have here a documentation where we have all the panels from each article listed down in a legend with all the fittings. We have an explosion view, and if I go to the next pages, we have here the barcode numbers, the rendering accordingly, and then each panel has a single part drawing with all those dimensioning and information for. On each drawing we have also the barcode number. Here is the panel number where we have the 1002. Let's have a look. Here's the second article with all the drawings, and the third article with the other drawings, again here with the legend of the panels and the connectors. Finally, here is the barcode number 1002. Same, I have it also saved as a picture. We have here the same information on it, and therefore we can go through and have also here a look for the single part drawings. This is my article on my panel number 1002, same like we got in the CNC file. Next is I'm able to open the reports. First is the cutting list. This cutting list has the content of all the material and all the panels, which is part of my order. We have the material number, the part number, length, width, thickness, and of course the quantity. These lists can be saved as an Excel, PDF or Word file, or we can just share it with our ERP solution. The next one will be the purchase parts order list. Here we have all the hardware which is part of my configuration of my article. We can see also the quantity, description, article numbers, manufacturer name, as well as the pictures from the catalog. The next one is the loading list. Loading is also quite interesting because here are the articles listed down, as well as the sizes, and also we can calculate the kilograms consisting from the consumption of material. And finally, a very interesting report is the quantity survey. In the quantity survey, we have here the complete consumption of these 3 units. We have here consumption of 19.1 square meter panel, divided in different articles, different panels, 5mm back panel, 90mm. We have 55 meters of edge banding. We have here 3 different edge banding involvement. And then finally also we have 386 pieces of connectors. Each connector, each screw is listed down here with the consumption prices and so on. And then also Imos is able to calculate the manufacturing costs. So we are able to calculate the time for production, and if we can have a time, we also can calculate a price for it, because every minute has a value. So here we have the information for the edge banding, for example, how long does it take for the CNC operations and all the drillings, assembly cost, and finally also the loading time for. This can be also saved as an Excel, PDF and Word document. And then also finally we have the quotation. Let's go up to 200%. Here we have the quotation with the rendering we did. And then also we have all the units listed down with the picture of the configuration, the number, element 25, 26, 27. And for each element of each unit we have here price. Finally we got also the VAT taxes involved in, and then an order price. Yeah.